The Young and the Restless spoilers Monday, October 21. Jack throws Diane out of Abbott Mansion. Traci's alarming news. Forensic team's stunning discovery. Daniel fears arrest. Phyllis begins Sharon investigation. Vows to prove Daniel innocent. Greetings to all Young and the Restless fans. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Monday, October 21, reveal that Traci Abbott will have plenty of questions after Diane Jenkins Abbott gives her some troubling updates. Young and the Restless fans know Diane and Jack Abbott had the worst fight possible at the athletic club recently. It'll lead to Diane admitting some alarming news that throws Traci for a loop. Diane will confess that Jack asked her to move out tonight, so Traci won't understand how their marriage fell apart so fast. Jack and Diane seemed happy not too long ago, so Traci will wonder if there's anything she can do to help. Diane may act like there's no hope and claim her marriage is over, but are things really as bad as they seem? Since Victor Newman has been so vocal about his desire to watch Jack and Diane's marriage fail, we wouldn't be surprised if they teamed up to trick him with a fake divorce. Kyle Abbott could be getting duped by the charade as well, so that's a possibility to keep in mind here. Claire Newman pitched the idea of helping Jack, so she might even be part of the deception. Of course, Kyle still lives at the Abbott mansion with Harrison Abbott since he hasn't nailed down a new house yet. If Diane and Jack are indeed feigning marriage destruction, she can't keep living under the same roof. In other words, Diane would have to move out to make it believable. Kyle's emotions may be affected once again as he watches Diane tearfully pack her bags and leave her key. That said, it's possible Victor really has driven Jack and Diane to the brink of divorce. Nothing can be ruled out at this point, so we'll bring you more predictions on what Diane and Jack's future holds. Regardless, Kyle seems like he's starting to have some regrets about how hard he's pushed Jack and Diane. Is this the beginning of Kyle changing his ways and perhaps trying to bring his parents back together? The Young and the Restless spoilers say Kyle will do some soul-searching in the coming episodes, so stay tuned. The Young and the Restless week of October 21 preview. Forensic team's stunning discovery. Daniel fears arrest. The Young and the Restless spoilers preview video for the week of October 21 to 25 reveals that Diane Jenkins Abbott will deliver some bad news to Traci Abbott, Beth Maitland. Diane will somberly admit that Jack Abbott asked her to move out, so that'll come as quite a shock to Traci. Of course, we're not completely convinced that Victor Newman's plan is working like a charm. Although Jack and Diane have experienced real tension lately, there could be a twist looming if they've decided to carry out a charade. Diane and Jack's latest fight seemed awfully extreme, not to mention they had the ideal audience for it. Victor and Kyle Abbott had a front row seat to Jack ripping into Diane like never before, so maybe that was by design. Whatever the case, Diane will be moving out of the Abbott mansion soon. It's just a matter of whether Diane will do that to fool Kyle or because Jack legitimately can't stand the sight of her. Either way, Traci will get dragged into the mess and will certainly express concern over Diane's updates. Across town, there'll be some new developments in the Heather Stevens investigation too. The forensic team will search Daniel Romalotti Jr.'s apartment, where Chance Chancellor will be alerted to a new discovery. Additional proof will be found at Daniel's place. But will it raise more suspicions about him or point the finger at Sharon Newman instead? It makes sense for Young and the Restless to play up the drama of Daniel going down for a crime he didn't commit, at least for a while. They might as well let Daniel get arrested since that'd raise the stakes of the story. Daniel will expect to get hauled off in handcuffs based on his video chat with Danny Romalotti. After Danny quizzes his son about the evidence in Young and the Restless's weekly preview video, Daniel admits it's solid enough that he's expecting a knock on his door at any moment. Will Chance's new findings indeed lead to Daniel's arrest? Will that light a fire under Phyllis Summers and make her even more determined to prove Sharon is guilty instead? The Young and the Restless spoilers say Sharon will have to watch her back with Phyllis hot on her trail. So stick with us for more predictions on Phyllis' investigative work. The Young and the Restless Friday, October 18 recap. Phyllis begins Sharon investigation, vows to prove Daniel innocent. The Young and the Restless spoilers recap for Friday, October 18, reveals that the show will celebrate the 30th anniversary of Michelle Stafford's first episode as Phyllis Summers, so there'll be tons of flashbacks and moments from her history. However, Yandar will kick things off with Phyllis' theory since she'll suggest Sharon Newman might have been the one to frame Daniel Romalotti Jr. Daniel, Summer Newman, and Lucy Romalotti will listen to Phyllis' perspective on the situation in the park. Phyllis will point out that Sharon claims she visited Heather Stevens on her last night alive, and that she gave this bogus story to the cops about Heather's fight with Daniel. Daniel will think it's a stretch to accuse Sharon of eliminating Heather and setting him up to take the fall for it. Although Daniel won't think Sharon has a reasonable motive for that, Phyllis will suggest maybe things got out of hand and ended in a tragic accident. Phyllis will highlight Sharon's mental instability and point out it wouldn't be the first time Sharon put someone in harm's way. After Phyllis blames Sharon for putting her in a coma, she'll note that Sharon took out Cameron Kirsten, even if it was in self-defense. Daniel will feel like Phyllis' history with Sharon is clouding her judgment, but Phyllis will insist that's not the case despite some rivalry flashbacks. That said, Phyllis will understand Daniel's concerns about her overreacting and going off the rails considering her past. Lucy will be curious, so Phyllis will tell her some stories, including some about her romantic histories with Danny Romalotti, Nick Newman, and Jack Abbott. Phyllis will talk about losing custody of Daniel and reconnecting with him as a teenager before spilling the story of Summer's tumultuous elevator birth. We'll also see Phyllis reflect on her infamous octopus bed trick and some of her wacky disguises over the years. But so there'll be a nice mix of memories to honor Michelle Stafford in this standalone episode. Phyllis will ultimately circle back to Sharon since her internal radar will be going off. Daniel and Summer will know they can't talk Phyllis out of gathering information, but Daniel will still warn her not to go undercover or go against the police. Phyllis will promise to be careful and will vow to prove Daniel is innocent. After Phyllis makes a prediction about them getting through this together as a family, she'll share a group hug with Daniel, Summer, and Lucy. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Phyllis' investigation could lead to bad news for Sharon. So we'll bring you updates on all the chaos she could unleash. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.